tonight's game, Gabby Williams of the Golden State Valkyries, pretty much, specifically in the fourth and final quarter, she single-handedly put the entire Golden State Valkyries team on her back and led her team to victory. And in the post-game interview, okay, right there on the court after the Golden State Valkyries beat the Atlanta Dream by 3 points, the announcers asked her what was it that made her come to life, because she only had 3 points throughout the first, second, and third quarter. It wasn't until the fourth and final quarter where Gabby Williams decided to, bring forth life and be fruitful for the Golden State Valkyries. Gabby Williams put up 13 points in the fourth and final quarter, which they desperately needed, okay? Because the Atlanta Dream, they was on them. Gabby Williams said it was Pride Night. Tonight is Pride Night out there in San Francisco for the Golden State Valkyries. She said, I don't want our team to lose on Pride Night. Meanwhile, at the ranch, looking at you, Ryan Howard, and Nas Hillman, she can get some smoke, and Isabel Borlace. But I'm going to talk about you more, Ryan Howard, because you older. You the vet. You got more years and experience, time and grade, time and service over Isabel Borlace, over Nas Hillman, Tahina Pow Pow, who ain't played nothing but 5 minutes. You played for like 30-something minutes. Where you see Gabby Williams led her team to victory, Ryan Howard led the Atlanta Dream away from the victory, away from the glory. How are you 1 for like 16 from the field? Again, I'm tired of the hot and cold. You and Nas, Ryan Howard and Nas Hillman, gotta figure themselves out. Now, Angel Reese, thankfully, she was still able to get a double-double in tonight's game. Despite all the nonsense and foolishness that two leaders of the team, being Nas Hillman and Ryan Howard, allowed to, be displayed in tonight's game. Again, just 2 days ago, on Wednesday, the Golden State Valkyries put a hurting on the Atlanta Dream. Okay, they beat them by 11 points in that game. But in the second and third quarter, they were down bad. At one point, I believe the Golden State Valkyries was up like 24 points on the Atlanta Dream. It was crazy, okay? But that game concluded with them only winning by 11 points. It was still, in my opinion, an 11-point blowout. So in tonight's game, they finally got a chance, okay? The Atlanta Dream got a chance to get their lick back on the Golden State Valkyries. They did pretty well. They were staying with them, okay? Again, they were tied 6 times. They were tied like 15 times in today's game. The lead changed like, 10 plus times. The biggest lead that either team had over the other team was just 6 points. That's crazy. But in the first quarter, the Atlanta Dream had 21 points and the Valkyries 20 points. In the second, the Dream scored 14 points and the Valkyries 12. In the third quarter, the Dream scored 20 points and the Valkyries 19. So in the first and second and third quarter, the Atlanta Dream outscored the Golden State Valkyries by just 1 or 2 points. Again, it was a very, very close game. But in the fourth and final quarter, the Valkyries outscored the Atlanta Dream by 7 points. Ryan Howard and the silly turnovers and her just deciding to just not show up and clock into work, and Nas Hillman as well. Nas Hillman, I'm looking at these stats, she only put up 2 points. When is enough going to be enough? In the fourth and final quarter, the Dream put up 20 points. The Valkyries scored 27 points, which concluded this game with the Golden State Valkyries being on top. They scored 78 points to the Atlanta Dream's just 75. Looking at these overall team stats, this is just sad, okay? Because, again, they have the Angel Reese. Now, again, Angel Reese got a double-double. And speaking of Angel Reese, okay, it says the WNBA ranks her this season. It was cute. They had a little send me an angel. Get it? Yeah. It says Angel Reese, okay, her impact on Atlanta, she is ranked first in offensive rebounds. She's ranked first in paint points. And she's ranked second. And she's ranked second in second chance points, okay? So shout out to Angel. How is it that the Golden State Valkyries have 51 rebounds in comparison to the Atlanta Dream's 38? You have Angel Reese on the court. Angel Reese had over 10 rebounds. Again, in tonight's game, she managed to get herself a double-double. I don't understand. Kia Stokes was cooking. First of all, let's just talk about the first quarter. The first quarter, again, even though the Atlanta Dream was up, they concluded that first quarter with being up just by 1 point. Kia Stokes is nothing but trouble. I don't remember her giving it up like this when she was a Las Vegas Ace. She blocked Angel Reese's shot. In my opinion, Angel Reese was like low-key scared of her in the paint. Angel Reese gets called for a travel. Angel Reese gets sat down on the bench. Enters Medina Okot in replacement of Angel Reese. Kia Stokes blocks Medina Okot's shot. Medina Okot gets called for a travel. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why can't the Atlanta Dream act like they got some sense? This is when this Kia Stokes got all this bodaciousness and audacity. She got a franchise record season high, 7 blocks in one game. Don't make no sense. But yeah, the Golden State Valkyries out rebounding the Dream like that, 51-38, disgusting. Valkyries had 14 assists, the Dreams 10. The Valkyries just had 6 steals compared to the Dreams 14. The Dreams was stealing. Okay, I gotta give it to them. Ryan Howard was stealing. Jordan Canada was stealing. And everybody was stealing. But it wasn't enough. Because in that fourth and final quarter, they crumbled. The Valkyries had 9 blocks. Yeah, thanks to, again, Kia Stokes had 7 all on her own. The Dream just had 4. The Valkyries actually had 18 turnovers compared to the Dreams 14. When it comes to shooting from the field, the Valkyries shot at 43.5% accuracy compared to the Dreams just 34.3%. Looking at you, Ryan Howard, and Naz Hillman, and Isabel Borlase. When it comes to shooting from the three-point line, the Valkyries shot at 22.7% accuracy compared to the Dream's 30%. So the Dream outperformed the Golden State Valkyries when it comes to shooting from the three. And when it comes to free throw shooting, the Valkyries shot at 76% compared to the Dream's 85.2%. We got to get into these individual player stats, starting with the Valkyries. Again, Gabby Williams got hot in the fourth quarter. The girl had 16 points, 4 rebounds. Kayla Thornton had 0.0 rebounds. What's going on with her? Kia Stokes had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and again, 7 blocks. Veronica Burton had 10 points, 1 rebound. Cecilia Zinda Cellini had 4 points, 2 rebounds. Leticia Amihir had 0 points, 3 rebounds. Janelle Salon had 8 points, 7 rebounds. Tiffany Hayes had 12 points, 2 rebounds. Caitlin Chin had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and Kyla Charles had 2 points and 3 rebounds. Let's turn it over to the Valkyries, the Dream. Naz Hillman, again, she played for 29 minutes. She put up 2 points and had 3 rebounds. Ryan Howard had 9 points, 5 rebounds after 36 minutes of gameplay. Again, guys, Ryan Howard was 2 of 16 from the field. She was 1 of 8 from the three-point line, and she was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Disgusting stat line. Angel Reese, again, shout out to her. She had a double-double. She put up 15 points, had 12 rebounds. Alicia Gray had 14 points, 2 rebounds. Jordan Canada, she a national treasure. She had 23 points, 3 rebounds. Medina Okot had 7 points, 2 rebounds. Tahina Papau, again, I was like, why don't they put Tahina Papau in over Ryan Howard some more in tonight's game? Tahina Papau only had played for 5 minutes and gave us 1 3-point shot. It was much needed like in the second quarter. And then she immediately got sat out. Again, Isabel Borlase had 2 points, 0 rebounds, and that was game, guys. Disappointing, but I guess you can say they did make improvements, because again, on Wednesday, they was getting did like some dishes. And that game concluded with them having an 11-point blowout. Tonight's game, they lost by 3 points. It could have been 6 points. But Ryan Howard, for whatever reason, she had the nerve to hit I almost said the game winner. She had the nerve to hit a 3-point shot at the sound of the buzzer in the fourth and final quarter, thus concluding this game with the Atlanta Dream losing to the Valkyries by just 3 points. Ryan Howard waited all 4 quarters pretty much to make 2 out of the 8 3-point shots that she attempted. She waited until it was literally 5 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter, and then the heifer had the nerve to make the 3-point shot at the sound of the buzzer. Whatever, I'm done. Again, Naz Hillman, Isabel Borlase, and of course Ryan Howard, being the vet, you got to get it together. No more hot and cold. Consistency throughout the season. But again, hey, it is what it is. Debs in the chat for the Golden State Valkyries. Gabby Williams said what she said. She said, listen, I can't lose on Pride Night. It is what it is. And shout out to Angel Reese for the double-double.